Hello yogis, welcome to today's yoga session. Myself Monica and I will be guiding you some yoga sequence for back pain. So let's get started. So first one is corpse pose variation, knees bent. Let us start by lying down on the back on the mat in supine pose. Bring the legs closer to your body by bending at the knees and place the feet close to the buttocks. Here, breath expanding the abdominal muscles and contracting them, taking the focus to the lower back, and watch the movement. Remain here for 6 breaths. Next is happy baby pose. Lifting the legs. Inhale, and as you exhale, hold the toes with your hand and press the knees and thighs close to your chest, putting pressure on the lower back. This pose with its stretch at the inner thigh and lower hip will tighten the muscles. Relax. Move to the next pose, wind release pose. From happy baby pose, bring the knees together with the feet off the floor and press them close to your tummy and the chest. With an exhalation, press the thighs close to the upper and lower abdomen and bring the hands around the knees, interlocking the fingers. Relax. Move to the next pose, reclining eagle spinal twist pose. Release from Pavan Muktasana and stretch the legs out and relax the entire back and body. After taking few breaths here, bring the left leg up, bending at the knees, and place it above the right leg, interlocking the left ankle behind the right calf. Take a few breaths here by holding to the left knee, which is on the floor, with the right hand, and look towards the left, turning your head. The stretch at the lower back and lower hip on the left is to be felt, and with 8 rounds of breathing here, work on stretching deeper, thus opening the back muscles. Now repeat this asana with another leg. Ensure the hip is not turned too much toward the right and remain close to the floor. Next is bridge pose variation. Inhale, and as you exhale, raise the entire lower body upwards, including the upper back and thighs off the floor. Exhale completely and balance the body on your shoulder and head and feet on floor. Relax. And move to the next pose, fish pose. After releasing from Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, stretch the legs out in front of you and relax for few breaths. Stretch the arms out and expand the body, pulling the legs downward and neck and head upward, and repeat this for 3 breaths. Puppy dog pose. From the reverse corpse pose, place the palms on the floor close to your chest and bring the forehead on the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, raise the upper body and slowly move upwards and backwards. And bring the chest and face close to the floor, having the arms stretched out. In this pose, the tailbone and the lower part of the back and lift it upward, creating a mountain-like pose, bringing the body on the knees, elbows and arms. Relax. Now move to the next pose. Thread the needle pose. The twisting of the upper body in this pose also brings a good stretch to the sides of the back. Here from the pose of Uttana Shishasana, remain with the back raised up, and as you inhale and exhale, bend the right elbow, placing the palms on the floor, close to your face and twisting your neck and face. Place the left cheeks on the floor and bring the left arm downward and stretch out to the opposite side, bringing a twist to the shoulder and neck. Relax. Move to the next pose. Dolphin pose. After working on the back and hip and giving it the required stretch and the strength, the muscles are now ready to take deeper stretches. Moving from Prasarita Balasana or wide child pose, let's prepare the seated pose. Here, bring the entire body upward, placing the elbows on the floor and feet on the floor. Move to the next pose. Staff pose or Dandasana. Releasing the pose from downward facing hero pose, bringing the legs stretch out in front of you and remain seated, keeping back straight. One could use the palms as a support by placing them on the floor close to the hips. Relax. Move to the next pose. Cradle pose. A full stretch of the leg, bending at the knees and pulling it close to your chest. Act like a good stretch for the hamstrings, which are good for back and hip. Here, seated with the legs folded in the Siddhasana, pick the left leg and grab it with the left elbow and right hand and press as you exhale toward the chest, bringing the spine straight. Feel the stretch at the hamstring and thus putting pressure on the hip muscles. Relax. Move to next pose. Easy pose variation, side bend. Bring the body to easy pose and keep the spine relaxed with breathing. Inhale, and with the raising of the right arm, stretch it from the side, going upward and over and above your head to the left side, bringing a slight tilt to the head. With right arm stretched sideways toward your left, bring the gaze upward and stretch deeper, feeling it as the sides of the back and hip. Exhale as you go deeper into the stretch and ensure the thighs are not raised off the floor. Relax. Move to next pose. Toe balance. Bring the toes on the floor and balance the body by placing the buttocks on the heels and with thighs stretched out. Bring the back straight. Place the palms in front of the chest in Namaste and don't close your eyes as you may lose balance. This pose though has no direct impact on the back muscles, yet the balancing of the hip on the heels work on tightening the lower body. Relax. Move to next pose, Sphinx pose. After a good stretch at reverse corpse pose, place the palms at the chest close to you as you inhale. Exhale and raise the upper body up from the lower abdomen, including the face, and bring the body to rest by bending at the elbow with arms on the floor. Bring the chin up a bit, giving a little stretch to the neck and lower back. Relax. Move to next pose, palm tree pose. Moving the body upward from Prapadasana, bring the entire body stretched upward and balance the body on your toes, stretching those arms over your head with fingers interlocked. Stretch going upward with every inhalation, and as you exhale, stretch deeper into the pose, into palm tree pose. Relax and move to next pose, standing forward fold pose, variation 1. Release from the palm tree pose, and as you exhale, take the body forward, bending at the hip and bring the upper body parallel to the floor. Bring the stretch from the tailbone and expand forward and tighten the entire body right up to the toes. Relax. Next pose, standing forward fold pose. As you exhale, take the stretch deeper from Uttanasana variation to Uttanasana by stretching the body further and bringing the head close to the knees, and place the palms on the floor close to your feet. Relax. Next pose, mountain pose. This pose also acts as a good relaxing meditative pose and can be done at the end of yoga session. And this simple practice transforms you from a compulsive being to a conscious one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe for more updates.